Hey, what's up, guys? Adam here from Local Boss. Of course, you can see it up there, my brand new logo. I hope it looks good. And I've got Mr. Mike here. He is a student in the Local Boss program, and the results he's got has just been absolutely outstanding. The guy listens. He followed the steps to a T, and the results speak for themselves. So, Mike, thank you so much for coming on, my man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pleasure.
Awesome, bro. So first of all, what I want to talk about is your results, because I think your results are absolutely outstanding. You took the program, you took the system, you listened, you followed the scripts, and the results have been amazing. So why don't you share quickly your results, how quickly you got them, and then we'll talk about your background and kind of how you got there as well.
Got it. So yeah, I just actually pulled this up beforehand just so I could give you an accurate numbers, because I track everything, which is also what you teach. So what I did is you gave me the loan officer niche, and with the loan officer niche, followed exactly what you teach, the cold emailing system, how to set that up. So what I did is I scraped a list like you taught, and I scraped 5,780 emails. Of those, 5,732 got delivered. From those that got delivered, 2,386 were opened. Out of the ones that were opened, 1,404 replied to the first email, which is your two-step process. And after the second email, which is when we make the pitch, 126 replied. Of those, I spoke with 38. And obviously, I probably could have spoken with more of them, which you've told me the tips for that. But out of the 38 I spoke to, I signed up 10 clients, and that was in the first 23 days of inside the program. So wow. 10 clients in 23 days. Those were like you teach, $850 for trials, or and these are paid trials. So none of the money came out of my pocket. One of the big things I liked about this was it was no risk for me. When I was running the ads, it all came from them. So it was $850 for, I think the first couple were $850 for trials for 20 leads. After that, I was like, why am I selling trials? So I bumped it to 50 leads a month at $1,500. And now that was in the first 23 days. Obviously, I picked up more since. I got a few at $2,800 a month, but that was with the loan officer campaign that you showed me. And then you had told me we go for the bigger niches. The bigger niches are even better than, making $1,000 a month, because that's about the profit on the loan officers with that package that I'm selling. It's anywhere from $900 to $1,000 a month per client. And then you were like, go for the bigger niches if you want to get up to the higher income, 40, 50,000. You said go after the med spas. So in the first, it was about 4 weeks, a give or take. I was kind of slow at that, but I landed 3 clients. One at 4,500, and that was for 100 leads. I didn't do any trial with the med spas. The next one was 4,900 for 100 leads, and then the other one was 125 leads for 4,500. And those leads I'm generating for $7. So
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So there's a lot of information there, guys. A lot of data.
Well, those are the results. So
yeah, those are the actual results and actual analysis.
Good.
To kind of summarize the results, Mike, what are you making monthly right now recurring? What have you kind of got it to consistently?
I would say it's probably about 16,000, give or take.
Awesome. So 16,000 a month.
About 15,000, 16,000.
Perfect. And that's kind of money in your pocket as well?
That is, so profit on that is, I don't know, probably about 13. I don't know. I got to look at the numbers, but it's somewhere around there, when counting the ones that have stick. Last month I cleared $18,725.
Wow. Very, very nice.
Just with the, not including any of the other stuff I'm doing, just the Local Boss stuff.
Awesome. So for just to kind of summarize there, Mike's doing 12, 13, 14,000, 15,000 net a month, and that's in I think about 90 days, which is phenomenal. So what I want to do is kind of break down and speak to Mike. Really, I want to talk about I guess your background and really because you've done lots of different kinds of businesses, and after finally finding the local lead generation, it just seems like you love it. it makes sense to you, and the results speak for themselves. So yeah, what is it you like about the local lead gen versus other business models that you've tried in the past?
Well, I mean, I've been through everything. Like when I started, I did affiliate marketing, got my butt kicked in that. Then I did SEO, and that was like writing articles to try to rank for a fitness affiliate product, and got my butt kicked in that. I signed up for, I don't know if you know, cost per acquisition methods.
Yeah.
I bought one of the programs, which is like make $100,000 in a day. It's way back in the day. Didn't make any money with that. I did low price information products, like creating $7 ebooks and $47 downloadable courses, like the whole make your own course based off your expertise. So I did over the course of this become a very good copywriter and learn how to write advertising. So I packaged my knowledge and I did that, which was good. I had some good months doing that, was actually able to quit my job selling products like that. But that business model had all the stuff that they don't tell you. What else business? I've done a lot. So I've done the coaching stuff, which is great too. There's money in that, but you got to spend a lot. And what I really like, and I've looked this whole time at doing local businesses. I bought courses here and there, studied courses here and there. But the biggest thing was always, I didn't want to spend a lot of money, right? I don't like businesses where, and that's why I got involved in online businesses. I didn't want to start a $30,000 or even like $1 million McDonald's franchise, or have a lot of overhead or inventory, or be tied to one area. So your business model, it checked the boxes. Number one, with the cold email, free appointments. I mean, when can you speak to highly qualified business people without laying any money? I mean, Woodpecker's like $40. I was scraping the list for free because I had more time than money. So basically, to land those first 10 clients in the loan officer space, I spent no money to generate, and I'll look at my notes here, is how many, like 38 loan officers. So before, I was running Facebook ads to actually speak to people, and I was paying about $300 per appointment. So when you do the math on that, 38 times 300, not only would that have cut into my profit margin, but it puts a lot more pressure on you, especially when you're starting a business, to make things happen. So I really like the fact that, number one, there's literally the overhead for this business is crazy. I've cut out almost all my overhead. It's $97 a month for ClickFunnels, $30 for my merchant thing, so I could process credit cards over the phone. And then I have Adobe Sign, which is $14, so that people can sign contracts. And then I have the MailChimp, and a Woodpecker's $40 a month, and then a G Suite account is $5. So when you look at that, a whole business to do six, which is pacing, will be pacing multiple six figures. It's already pacing six figures. You're looking at less than $200 a month overhead, which is crazy, and to acquire clients, it's free. So that's what I really liked about what you have to teach. And not only that, there's no cold calling. I'd been through some local courses before, and it was like, cold call. I did that for a day and was like, this is stupid. I don't want to do this. I've done some courses where it's like, do Facebook lead ads where the leads are much cheaper. They're $5, $10, but you're literally smiling, dialing all day. And I didn't get into business to smile and dial. And then, networking, I've done that in my copywriting business. You can't really scale that. I mean, you got to go to events. You're in front of not the right people. So just like the client acquisition of what you taught was a total game changer. It's changed my life.
Awesome. Yeah, it's changed my life as well. And, it's interesting because, like you said, the setup costs, I think you said about $300 a month to run a six-figure business. And even to get started, a lot of these softwares actually went on free trials as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So, before you actually get a client, it's actually crazy. Give me a second. Alexa's just making a noise. That's the beauty of automation, guys, and doing live presentations. I got Alexa in the background. But yeah, you know, going back to that, the cool thing is, one, you can use most of the softwares you mentioned have free trials. So you can actually, you know, 30-day free trials on some of them, 14-day free trials. And also a lot of them as well, you only need them after you get a client. So you mentioned ClickFunnels. You only need ClickFunnels after a client's paid you thousands of dollars or whatever you're going to charge, right? So this is the cool thing. The actual startup costs are rock bottom, and essentially getting clients is free. And that's what attracted me into it in the first place, because in my past businesses and in my other business I have now, I pay, you know, $100, $200 for a phone call to speak to someone. But with my agency, they're free. And as you said, people say, do cold emails work? I mean, I know both of us, I think, used to laugh at cold emails, didn't think they used to work. And,
I didn't even think of it as an opportunity. You know, I didn't even think about it personally.
I know, it's crazy. I mean, I used to see like spam, you know, buy some Viagra, come into your inbox. And I used to think, like, why do people do that? And also, you know, people trying to sell you, I guess, leads or SEO and traffic. And I was like, who responds to this? But when I actually did it and you hit the right people and you say the right things, as you can see, you know, you spoke to 38 loan officers and closed 10 of them in your first 23 days. Which is fantastic. So talk about the delivery as well, because obviously you got a lot of clients really quickly. So talk about how you kind of deliver results to them, and how long it takes to set people up, and the daily kind of managing as well of that.
Yeah, so I mean the service part is great too. So you really streamline that. So I used to run a copywriting business. That's kind of this is years back. And I would land a client for $3,000, and then I would spend 8 to 30 hours writing a sales letter for them to make $3,000. And every client had to write a new sales letter. But the reality is people only care about the result. And what we're delivering, which is also great about this business, is number one, I feel good about the business. I feel great about the business because we're literally helping small businesses, local businesses, with the lifeblood of their business, which is leads. We are the bill that pays all the other bills. So without leads, without customers, their business doesn't exist. So not only that, like if you just drop this in your regular life, people are like, oh my God, you do that? Can you help me? And then on top of that, back to your question, the service delivery, right? So when it comes to service delivery, what's great is you get a winning campaign and then you duplicate it each area. So with ClickFunnels, with Facebook ads, the delivery time is I think it takes me took me about an hour when I started, but about 30 minutes to set up a client.
Wow. That's super fast. I think I got it down to 40 minutes. So, you know, you're obviously quick with me. And you're actually modeling what I taught you as well, which is good. 40 minutes to set up a client, and the ongoing management. I mean, I don't know how many times you check. I'm kind of lazy with checking on it, and because my clients are getting results, so I can be lazy and the clients still get results. That's what I love about it. The only thing is I may pay a few dollars more for a lead and it eats out my profits by not kind of like making a few tweaks. But I mean, really, I just looked at one client's results now. We've just hit target. Because they're coming up to the monthly billing cycle to build them again. And I've delivered more leads than I promised. And I don't think I even checked in their account once. I saw the leads coming in. I was checking the spreadsheet to make sure that I was on track, but I haven't even touched the ad. So I've made $2,500 already month one off this client, and I haven't even had to do anything apart from the 40-minute setup. So just being able to do that gives me a lot of flexibility and freedom to do what I love to do, which is teach this stuff as well. I love putting together training programs. I have a background in training programs, putting high quality information out there, putting it in a way that's actionable, it's step by step. So even people with zero experience in business can take this and make it happen. Because I mean, you have no background in local lead gen, right? Before you did this, or loan officers or med spas. You know, have you ever, even helped a loan officer in the past or a med spa before?
Well, that's part of the first couple of phone calls. It was like, I didn't even know the lingo or anything.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
it was a total wing job with both of them, you know. But it was doing it. You pick up the lingo after, you know, 5, 6 calls, and then, you know, the scripts are there. You just follow the script. So that's really what I did. I was like, I'm just going to get practice on these first couple calls and figure it out, and hopefully not make too much of a fool of myself,
I mean,
which I did do a couple times.
The calls, yeah,
yeah, exactly, and that's a great thing. It's like they're free calls. So
what have you got to lose? You know,
yeah,
you know, it's crazy. I love it because, you know, like you said, you know, in other things that I've done, I've had to pay 100, 200 for a phone call. So yeah, I may practice on the first 5, but it's cost me $1,000. With this, it's cost me nothing, absolutely nothing. Yeah. And there's just so many local businesses out there. You know, you only need a few clients to make 6 figures a year, which is the amazing thing.
And it's consistent and predictable. That's the big thing. Because there's other methods that I tried in the past that would get free phone calls, but they're networking, they're posting on social media, like, you know, basically what I call cross your finger marketing. Like, you hope and pray. You know, you go on YouTube and you go make a bunch of videos, like almost Gary Vaynerchuk style, where you just pump out loads of content. You show up everywhere, and you just kind of, you will get calls that way, but it's not predictable. At least with this, it's like you could, every week you're sending out 1,000 cold emails, and you kind of know with predictability, all right, when I send out 1,000, I'm going to get 10 phone calls.
Yeah. And that's so important, you know, because if you're going to quit your job as well, you want that consistency, that predictability.
Totally.
It's all well and good. Yeah. So go ahead.
Yeah. And even when you sign up the clients, they're not one-time fees. Like when I would sell an affiliate product, or when I would, you know, if you have an e-commerce store, if you have like a digital products, most of the time those are one-time sales. All of these are recurring.
Yeah.
Which is every single month. Once you land a client, you know, coming into the next month, you know, like I already know coming in the next month, it's well over 10 grand of just rebills.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
Yeah, you can take, I mean, I remember when I first launched the agency, I went hard in the first kind of like 90 days, got a bunch of clients, and I took so much time off then. I was, you know, and I did it part-time in the first place. I was maybe doing an hour, 2 a day. Then I kind of built it up to be a bit more kind of full-time, 3-4 hours a day. And yeah, I just had this recurring income, and I knew I was starting the next month with like 30, 40 grand in rebills, even if I didn't do any work. And that's a really nice, comfortable place to be, knowing that, you know, it's going to keep flowing. And, you know, I went on vacation. I went to Vegas. In fact, you're in Vegas right now with your wife, right? You're on vacation now, a workcation.
Yeah.
So how was the Michael Jackson show?
It was good. We're going to the Beatles one tomorrow night.
That's amazing.
Right
The
now,
Beatles show, guys. If you haven't been,
the Beatles one.
Yeah, join the local boss program, get some monthly income, and go to the Beatles show like Mike is. That's the
well, I'm hoping you have your live event here in Vegas. So
yes, I'm definitely gonna look at that, and I think Vegas is gonna be the venue. So yeah, I look forward to it. Well, hey Mike, thank you so much for your time, my man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'll let you get back to your vacation. And maybe you'll send a couple emails right now, get some clients, and then we'll interview again in the future.
All right. Sounds good.
Thanks so much, brother. Take care, my man.
Yep.
Enjoy the show.
I will.